Say hi to everybody. Say hi.
Fuck, just this camera. So I just got back from seeing the Revenant, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy.
I ain't afraid to die anymore. I've done it already.
Enjoyed every bit of it. Do yourself a favor and see what I mean.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
I give it a 9. Maybe an 8. Not a 9. It's gonna go with a 9. Gonna give it a 9. You know, what else are you gonna go out and see? Ride On too?
Corey is the best wedding planner in Atlanta. So what you going to do?
I'm not intimidated by you.
What you gonna do?
I'm stepping up. You wanna get big? I'm sick of this. What speed was the fan on?
I didn't even know there was a Ride Along one. Then there's Alvin and Chipmunks Road Trip. You gonna see that one instead? Huh? I mean, it's January. What else are you gonna fucking see in January? See The Revenant. That's what you're gonna see. Just like the director's original film that I saw, the only other film I saw of his, which was Babel. Babel was focused on miscommunication between characters, all these different side stories. Yeah, very well-produced movie. Revenant is all about revenge. Leonardo DiCaprio is out for revenge. You have these natives out to reclaim a member of their tribe. The natives' tribe's leader, his daughter was kidnapped, so he's after finding her. And the movie is just brutal. Not excessively violent for the sake of being violent. It's actually well thought out. One of the best scenes in the movie is the fight between Leonardo and that bear. And the way it's presented, the way that it's shot, you really have to give a lot of props for the director. I know YMS pointed this article out too. How a lot of people were suggesting that he used CGI in place of practical effects, and his response was great. I don't know what the exact quote was, but basically he said something along the lines of, well, it'd be nice to sit around a green screen drinking coffee and having a good time. However, in the end, the movie might be a piece of shit. And I can't help but think how a lesser director would have resorted to CGI. Like, there's a part where Leonardo decides to gut a horse and climb inside and use it as a blanket. I was just thinking, 10 years ago, him holding those horse guts would probably have been all computer effects. He probably would have just been holding like some green cloth and they had to draw over it or some shit. I'm really at that moment now in my life where I can just really appreciate like how every little thing comes together. Like, even a simple shot can have so much work behind it. And it's really amazing to see. Just looking at some of the scenery that you get to witness in this movie is just breathtaking. Let alone the story that's involved in it. The only real downside, or not really downside, only complaint I have is something involving logic, where this is a spoiler territory now. Spoiler territory! You gone? So, at one point, some Frenchman gets captured, and they find out that one of their men may have survived after being attacked by natives. So these two people leave Leonardo to die, Glass to die, and they find out that, well, another member of their party might be alive, which was Glass's son. So the leader of this fort and group decides to send out a bunch of men to go looking for this missing person. And then, when he finds out that the character Fitzgerald was behind leaving Leonardo to die, and Mr. Glass to die, he decides to just go out with Mr. Glass by himself. So, a bunch of people going around looking for a missing person, and then when it comes to having a manhunt for a murderer, just two people, the leader of the fort and Glass. That's it. Why? Why two people as opposed to just taking out a group of other people, you know, the entire fort again, and just saying, fuck it, let's get this asshole. But that's just a nitpick. There could have been some other explanations behind it that I can pretty much think of if I really wanted to. I mean, he did pay a bunch of men to look for Glass in the first place. He probably doesn't want to pay another $500 to do the same thing if all they're going to do is just capture a guy, or at least that's what they intended to do. Well, that's it. Go see the Revenant. Have a nice day.